Here we are in our series on health challenges, and we'll be talking about major maladies. This little video is going to be an introduction to some of the other videos that we do, and we'll talk specifically about things like gout and athletic recovery and MS and autism and some other things like that. We'll talk about major maladies, but you're going to hear some recurring themes when we talk about those major maladies and what we might be able to do for them from a health, from a nutritional standpoint, from an environmental standpoint. Recurring themes: autoimmune disorders. An autoimmune disorder is a problem with someone's immune system. For instance, when I had allergies real bad and I sneezed like crazy all the time, it was an overactive immune system trying to get rid of those environmental toxins. You're going to hear the words in oxidative stress, and we've talked about that before, brought on by dehydration, brought on by your body becoming too acidic. Once you're in that state of oxidative stress, there's going to be inflammation, there's going to be pain. You're going to hear about environmental irritants, and the reason you're going to hear about environmental irritants is because these toxins or these stressors have an impact on your immune system, have an impact on starting oxidative stress, and very often can be the root cause of a problem. Coal miners get black lung disease because they breathe coal dust. So environmental irritants, you'll hear more about them in this series on major maladies. Free radicals. Once we're in that state of oxidative stress, an abundance of free radicals occur. We'll talk about how to get rid of those, how we can gobble those up like a Pac-Man. And then finally, I've got two environmental irritants right here, EMFs and mold. When we have a confluence of EMFs and mold, we've got a couple things that medical people think occur because that confluence, and that's MS and autism. So as we talk about major maladies, you'll hear recurring themes about autoimmune disorders, about oxidative stress, about environmental irritants, even about free radicals. Now, as an overview, how can we handle some of the things that are happening with major maladies because of these recurring themes? I've got my glass of living water right here. In fact, while I've got my glass of living water, there's a living water system right back there. If I can get rid of environmental irritants, and that means the pollutants in water, so I have pure water, the pollutants in air with the fresh air system, things like mold, things like bacteria, the things that are floating in the air. If I can even get rid of environmental irritants with the laundry pure system, because I don't use laundry detergent, I'm going to make a big step forward in handling that oxidative stress, maybe even helping the autoimmune system. Then, while I'm drinking my living water, and I've got three products here that we have with Valera, we look at those free radicals, and with my Essentials for Life right here, I get those 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables each day, which are going to help fight the free radicals. When I have my bottle of Replenish, and we have a Replenish break in the afternoon, muscadine juice, Syrah, Cabernet, very, very nutritious substance loaded with antioxidants. Those antioxidants gobble up the free radicals brought on by some of those things we talked about earlier. And finally, Royal Essentials, the honey and royal jelly. And again, this has the B vitamins in it. This has the royal jelly in it. So as we go through major maladies, and sometimes people think, well, I've got a major malady, it's rare, it's got a big long name. If we can start to think about oxidative stress and how that's brought on by dehydration, it's brought on by environmental irritants, by stresses, we can think of these things. We'll say, how can I handle these recurring themes that very often occur in major maladies by getting rid of environmental irritants with the fresh air, the living water, the laundry pure, and even gobbling up those free radicals with things like Replenish and Royal Formula One. When we talk about these and we go through these, I'll go through a lot of different maladies one at a time, be more specific on things that we can do to address some of the problems. And when we do, we'll see that very often there's a simple, natural not so complex thing that could be very, very, very beneficial in building our health.